Brian Lilley has all the dirt on everybody in the election. He joins me right now because most of the dirt that you're finding, there's not that much on Poilievre, but there's lots on Carney. Now, what's going on with China? China wants Carney in there.
Clearly they do. Look, they interfered in, or attempted to interfere in the Liberal leadership race. They were targeting Chrystia Freeland, and by targeting, I mean...
We don't like her.
We don't like her. Okay. Join the Liberal Party, even if you're not a Liberal, to vote against Chrystia Freeland. Now they're targeting Mark Carney. That's the term that the officials used. And by targeting, I mean they're supporting him. They have discovered, this is federal government officials, this is not me.
I was just going to say, it's officials who are independent saying this.
Using our intelligence agency saying there is a targeted attempt to push narratives about Mark Carney. And then they provided a bunch of examples. They said there's positive and negative. And all the examples they provided were glowing. And a few of the journalists at the news conference said, well, where are the negative ones? Oh, well, we don't want to be putting out information from a hostile government on this. Okay, so you don't have any, or they're almost all positive. So look, China is supporting him. This is a guy that when he was Bank of England governor, worked to try and move China and its currency into the London markets. This is a guy who, while he was at Brookfield, dramatically increased investment in China.
And just got loans from China, did he not?
$276 million loan just before he left Brookfield to go into politics. They got it in early to mid-November, and in January 15th, I think it was, he declared the Liberal leadership.
So what does this say, aside from Chinese government interference, what does this say if the Liberals do win the election? Well, are we going to be, they're going to be your sisters?
I think they view him as neutral or positive towards Beijing. And that's what they're looking for. Now, does that mean that he's going to be beholden to China? I'm not saying that, but we do have to be concerned if someone is favored because their policies are nicer to Beijing than other people. China is not our friend. China is an adversary, a hostile country, a country that violates our sovereignty. We're worried about sovereignty with the United States. Well, China violates it constantly in the Arctic. They're involved in industrial espionage. Anyone remember a company called Nortel that used to be in everyone's pension plan? That was taken down by China. And when the Defense Department took over their headquarters in Canada to move in, they had to take it down to the walls because of all the bugs in the place.
Quickly, Brookfield, he ran Brookfield for years, and they had some sort of offshore tax haven.
Yeah, running out of Bermuda, above a bicycle shop. That's where you would have the headquarters of a $25 billion investment fund, right? No, it was a tax dodge. Mark Carney doesn't like paying high taxes. Neither do I, but I don't have the options that he has, and I'm not trying to be prime minister.
Well said. Brian Lilley, thanks. 3 minutes. To those of you who have subscribed and donated, a heartfelt thank you. You're keeping us on the air. If you're watching and you haven't, please try to do so, because 4 years ago we started this show because there needed to be independent analysis. Now more than ever, with the Online Harms Act, once that gets into law, it's been passed once by the House, there are going to be hundreds of bureaucrats censoring the news in Canada, censoring this show. We need to keep it on the air. Thanks for your support.